Capcom confirmed the release of 12 new playable characters for its Street Fighter X Tekken on consoles to be released at the end of July. However, there's a sting in the tail as the price sits at $19.99 or 1,600 Microsoft points, which according to Capcom is a low price. Considering Street Fighter X Tekken sold less than expected, although overall the game has sold over 500,000 units, it seems strange then that fans are perhaps having to pay, as opposed to Capcom releasing the new characters freely to encourage a bit more growth of the retail game. The biggest question that should be asked, aside from why the seemingly high price, is whether gamers should actually complain about having to pay for the 12 new characters in the first place. Let's ignore the issues of whether the 12 fighters are already on the disc, as we've already justified that in terms of cross-compatibility. Instead, let's focus on the fact that the standard retail game boasts an impressive 38 characters anyway. That's no small number. Think back to the early games, such as Tekken 1 or 2, and compare the numbers. There weren't as many as 38 playable characters, that's for sure. So in terms of value for money, the retail game is quite sound, despite a distinct lack of play modes. In terms of characters at least, 38 offers plenty of variety to the extent where it makes it even harder to complain about having just one costume per character and the only choice to change colours, unless you're willing to pay for the extra costumes. Would there still be choruses of unanimous complaints if Street Fighter X Tekken shipped with only 15 playable characters, but each came with several outfits? It would be hard pleasing everyone, no doubt. So, going back to the original question of whether gamers should actually complain about having to pay for the 12 characters becomes a bit of a grey minefield shrouding the yes or no response. On one hand, adding new characters as free unlockables for invested time in the game could resonate well with fans and could have been implemented easily, especially if the characters are on the disc already. Capcom then could have offered the characters as DLC for those unable to invest the time to unlock them, or would be quite happy paying the price. This seems a more fair approach and doesn't fleece the most loyal customers. On the other hand, there's already 38 characters available, which is impressive in itself and not to be scoffed at. Maybe only the real dedicated fans are going to bother with obtaining the other 12 if they were made as unlockables. The dedicated would also be the most likely to unlock them rather than pay, so there'd be no revenue for Capcom. The only choice left, bar offering them free to all, is to simply charge everyone for the same content, and in the process ignore pandering to gamers' specific tastes, take the proverbial flack, and just get on with it as business as usual. The reality is Capcom should offer much greater enticement to gamers if they want them to happily pay for extras, and could have sweetened the deal by offering 2 for free and the others as paid for content. Look at the PS Vita version, where it gets all sorts of extras, including being able to play the game on the PS3, the 12 new characters for free, and a whole new wardrobe for the 38 standard fighters. It's a shame Capcom couldn't extend the gratuity to the consoles as well, as it almost feels like they're subsidising the PS Vita version. Now that would be something worthy of complaint.